Radio. My name is Mr. New, and it has been a long time since we have existed on any capacity. And I'm here with.
Hi, I'm Cayorne. What's up?
There you go. So there you have it. We're just gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about Team Fortress 2 a little bit. We got a list of topics because today actually is a pretty sad day for Team Fortress 2. Um, But we'll talk about that a little later. To start off, though, I want to talk about recent developments with hacker bots and lag bots in Team Fortress 2. So, Kyron, you want to start us off on that topic?
Yeah, so I'm sure most of you listening are probably well aware of the whole fiasco that went on in Casual about a week or two ago. That lasted for I think almost like a month of just nonstop cheaters, hackers, and just lag bots. So basically, for anybody who doesn't know, if there would be cheating bots, right? Just robots that nobody's operating them, they're just cheating, and they're just hosted from a host computer, and they just have spin bot and stuff. It was terrible, right? However, the issue now, normally you could just kick cheaters, no big deal. But the issue with these guys is that there was an exploit that allowed them to crash the server. So what started happening was people would see the lag bots, initiate a vote kick because it's like, I mean, why wouldn't you kick the hacker? And then all of a sudden the server would crash. And this went on. This was almost every single match on Casual was just either had a hacker bot, lag bot, or some other robot for whatever reason, like a furry bot or like a Bible bot. There's so many robots.
It was nearly impossible to play a casual game without running into a cheater or like a bot of sorts. And then Valve apparently fixed the problem when they Jesus Christ, sorry, this spell was in my face. Valve apparently fixed the problem when they got rid of the ability for these bots to lag servers out to the point where they would crash, right?
I think, however, what they didn't do is fix the overall cheating problem. I mean, now people are much more aware of cheaters and kick them much quicker without as much resistance, because back before this whole thing happened, you used to have to, wait a few minutes for, the cheater to just be overtly cheating before anybody would actually vote yes on the kick vote. But nowadays, there's still a whole bunch of hack bots and just hackers going around. And the problem is less detrimental, but it's still pretty bad.
So why do you think that these lag bots are so popular? Like why do you think people like cheating on TF2 so much?
I think probably one of the biggest reasons is just getting a reaction out of people, A lot of people just like to do it just for reactions, or just because they think that the base game of TF2 is a sport, or they'll pretend that it's for some noble cause about, oh, Valve needs to pay attention to TF2, but it's really just to make people angry and to just for their own personal enjoyment. So
that's something I never got when it came to hackers was hacking for personal enjoyment, because personally I don't think hacking is very fun. It seems like a waste of time, a waste of space on your computer,
I think part of it, I think, is it's mostly reactions, but I think part of it is just people get so burnt out with TF2, or they might be bad at the game, but they're not always particularly bad players. A lot of cheaters actually are really good players. However, the issue is that they're just so bored with the game, or just there's something in their mind that makes them think, man, this game, I feel like if I cheated, it would be way more fun. And then when people kind of get into the whole cheating community, right, where you have people who are just validating these feelings for these people, they they just get sucked in,
Yeah, I always thought that cheaters, they're doing it more out of some sense of insecurity, if that makes sense. Like, they don't want everyone around them to know how good or bad they actually are at the game, and so they cheat to compensate. Like, personally, look, I've been playing this game since launch, and I have a lot of people tell me I'm shit. Like, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna get a lot of critics, right? But at the same time, I kind of know where my skill level's at, and I'm not really afraid to just honestly play the game, if that makes sense. Like, if people think I'm shit, then fine, they think I'm shit. Maybe they'll have some advice to like make me better. But you know, I think I'm decent for, you know, my amount of playtime, and I'm not upset with it. And I think a lot of cheaters, they're very insecure about that specifically. That they feel like they're not skilled enough for how long they've played. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that's a very large part of the community. But I genuinely think there are people who just like get so bored with the game, or some people do it out of resentment towards the community, because the community is a very easy one to hate. I mean,
Okay.
it's one of the most toxic communities in gaming, but at the same time, it's also one of the like most closely knit. It's a weird situation TFT's in, but I think that's kind of a really common misconception with cheaters, is that they're all like terrible at the game. Some people just get bored, and I'm by no means defending cheating. I'm just kind of saying, you know, there's more to it than just someone's bad at the game, blah blah blah. However, these bots are presumably made entirely out of just a place of just spite and malice towards the Team Fortress 2 community and Valve. So I think there's a very big distinction between the people who are hosting hacker bots and lag bots, or who are hosting lag bots, and just people who are cheating because they're bored or like seeing people get angry at a video game.
Okay, well, we addressed the cheaters. What do you have to say about the lag bots then?
Oh, the lag bots, anybody who hosts them, am I allowed to swear on this thing? Am I allowed to swear on the
you
show?
can swear. I mean, don't say like,
I think,
you know, don't say anything racist, but yeah, you can swear.
yeah, no, I think the people who just started hosting the lag bots are just kind of really fucking stupid. Because if they're trying to say that it's so that Valve pays more attention to TF2, that's a lie. Because it's not gonna make them just be like, oh no, people are lagging out our servers. Time to release a new major update. You know, like that's very like counterintuitive to what Valve stands for. You know, they work on whatever's popular and profitable. You know, and also the developers also choose what they want to work on. So if a developer comes over and sees, man, this game is filled with cheaters, why do we even support this thing? This is stupid. Right? It's just a waste of money on servers.
Yeah, they'll just go and make stuff for CS:GO.
Yeah, no, because
or any other. And I think, game.
And the other people hosting the lag bots who don't lie to themselves, they're just dicks. You know, I think that was kind of they just wanted to ruin people or make people's days a little bit worse, by taking away a core game mode just because they know everyone's at home and have nothing to do. So.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of a troll, like, all the time, and Cayorne can attest to this. Like, I'm a very mischievous person online, and, like, I like a good joke, and when the furry bots first came out, I swear to you, every time I saw that text go across my screen, I would laugh my ass off, like, every single time. I don't know why, I just thought it was so funny. But it got annoying after a while. I don't know. You'd think that they would make a new bot after a bit, you know? Keep it fresh.
Also, the furry bots were really terrible at cheating.
They were terrible.
Like,
oh my
dude,
god.
I saw a furry bot on a Turbine server, right?
Yeah.
And then he was just like doing 360 laser flip spindy doodles and whatever. And they would just body shot you. They'd miss. They were awful.
The furry bots would
by
always... And I don't know why we're saying this in past tense, because the furry bots are still around, and they still fucking suck. They suck so bad. They're so bad. It's literally
like, I would bet money that the person who made the furry bots is some like freshman in college CS student who's just like trying to make cheats in Python.
You know,
like,
honestly,
this seems good.
I don't know if they like, because given like the nature of what a furry bot is and everything, I would imagine that the furry bots were like purposefully made bad. You know, just to make it even worse, like, even dumber.
Yeah. Honestly, that might have been just, like, some dude being like, man, I hate furries.
Yeah!
Let's make them look inept at cheating. And honestly, it worked. They did a very good job at it. If that was your goal.
Because furry bots, man. That's... Oh, God. They're the bane of they're the lowest of the low in terms of like bot scum. You know, it's just
Yeah, I think probably one of the best bots I think was probably the Bible bot. They
The
just had a
Bible
YouTube
bot.
URL. They just had a YouTube URL for their username, and they were just like some dude, some like pastor just preaching about Jesus, dude. It was great. They
I
didn't
think
even
that
cheat
was an
any. They didn't
actual
even
like live broadcast
no,
of like.
no, there's no way.
I
There's
think
no
it
way.
was. I think it
Because
was.
that thing was in like I got into a multitude of games with that bot, dude. But if that is a real person,
I think it is.
what a guy, really. You know, just like playing a YouTube video of some like pastor just preaching to the choir. He's just like broadcasting over TF2. It's probably one of the worst microphones I've ever heard.
Yeah, the Bible bots were funny. I don't know. A long time ago, this was there was I mean, we all are familiar with Lamau box, right? But a long time ago, before Lamau box was like editable, and they made it into like the furry bots and shit. By the way, furry bots are just an edit of Lamau box, but
Oh, yeah.
that's another thing entirely. But before it was editable, like in the first versions of LMAO box, the people would show up on servers, and it would like scream out to everyone that you were hacking, basically. And it was just so obnoxious. I mean, I'm sure there's still versions of Lamau box like that out there, but people have at least some decency to not use that, you know?
Yeah, well, actually, there's actually a setting in Lamau box that allows you to turn the chat spam off. So I think anybody who played in like 2015 knows the classic get good, get Lamau box.
Yes,
you know?
get good, get Lamau box. Thank God that that's over, honestly, because that was so obnoxious.
It really was, but I think just by the nature of TF2, it being free to play, there's always going to be at least some kind of cheating community, you know? Because like, unlike with now Counter-Strike's free actually, so, but when Counter-Strike was $15, the cheating scene was big, but very proportionate to the game size. But I think now that it's free, like any game where you can just make an account and start cheating is going to be much more desirable than a game where you have to pay to cheat, you know? Because you're already paying for your cheats, presumably. So, you know. It'll always be a problem unless VAC gets updated, which it probably never will.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? That's just how, that's how free games end up being, like, all free games. I remember there was this one, old racing game online. I don't know if you ever played it, but Platform Racing 2. That game, I mean, full of cheaters. And what's worse is, like, there was an in-game currency for that game. Weirdly enough, they also sold hats and like traded for hats. But anyway, people would cheat to get all these hats, and that ruined the economy in that game and whatever. But same shit, man. Same shit, different story. It's just all, if the game is free, people are gonna cheat in it, and they won't have any remorse, and that's just how it works.
Yeah.
But anyway, do you want to be the DJ for today, Cayorne?
I don't know what to play. You know, I wouldn't.
Go ahead and play. Why don't you play? Let's play them. You know what? I recently turned Dusk onto this song. Can you play Empire Ants by Gorillaz?
By what?
Gorillaz. G-O-R.
Is that no? Is that a new Gorillaz song?
No, Empire Ants is old. It's on Plastic Beach.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
Plastic
play that.
Beach is like I haven't listened to Plastic Beach in fucking years.
It's amazing. It's a great album. But yeah, go ahead and play that, and we'll take a little break from talking, get some water or some shit. Here, I'll turn up the bot to let people just enjoy that for what it is. All right, we'll be back after the song.
Oh, joys are as the sun has come again to hold you, sailing it's all around you out here. And if the whole world is crashing down, fall through space out of mind with me, where the emptiness we leave behind on warm air rising blows all the shadows far away. Falling off the whole empire is here to hold you, rolling out and haunted endlessly. Little memories marching on your little feet, working the machine. Say, will it spin? Will it soar? My little dream, working the machine. Soon, like a wave, when clouds fall. Closing in on the moon, golden ball. Little memories, your little feet, working the machine. Say, will it spin? Will it soar? My little dream, working the machine. Soon, like a wave, when clouds fall. Closing in on the moon, golden
All right, we're right back. You still there, Cayorne?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, for anyone just tuning in or who recently joined, this is TFRadio. It's a long time coming, but this is a broadcast we used to do, and we're going to start doing again just to bring you the latest in Team Fortress 2 news and antics and different stuff. So, our next topic here is the Soldier from TF2, and Cayorne, can you tell us why that is a significant topic today especially?
Yeah, so it's very somber news. The voice actor for the sniper, I believe, Rick. I'm a little unprepared.
He's the stats guy,
so-
it's okay.
The sniper's voice actor posted. John Patrick Lowry, the sniper's voice actor, posted that the soldier's voice actor Rick May has passed away due to complications with coronavirus. So it's really actually like sad to hear, you know, because just this guy who's, you know, become so synonymous with the game. Oh my, there's someone talking.
In game, I have voice enabled.
Yeah, no, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
But so unfortunately, the soldier's voice actor, a man who's become really synonymous with the game, has passed. So, you know, he wasn't young. He was 79, so he's certainly lived a full life. But this kind of came as a surprise to most people. You know, since he was described as being a kind of like an asshole, but like a friendly kind of way. You know, where like people would just like love him. You know that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he succumbed to complications due to the virus. He was he's been a actor and voice actor for a really long time. He's been in a lot of games, you know. So yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, I don't really.
Do you know what other characters he's voiced? Or like, do you have a list maybe you could look at?
Yeah, hang on one sec, I gotta find.
Yeah, 1 second. We got Cayorne up here looking up the stats, or Cayorne as I like to call him.
So, Rick May was the voice actor for Peppy Hare in Star Fox 64.
Wow.
Andros in Star Fox, and Dr. M in Sly Cooper 3.
Holy crap.
So,
Holy crap, that's just, what a range, honestly. There's also different. Yeah, but, I mean, no, it's a real tragedy to hear this, and to start what I'm gonna say off, first and foremost, fuck Corona, okay? Because it's taking lives. If you or a loved one is susceptible, and even if they're not, take care of yourself, wash your hands, stay healthy, stay away from public spaces, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, the Soldier, I mean, he's an icon to this game, and to have his voice actor die is just, it's a tragedy to the whole community. I mean, what else is there to say about that? It's just sad.
yeah, there's not really too much you could really say about it, but yeah, no, he's been in the business for like 50 years, about like 50, 60 years, you know. He started off in like theater production, kind of worked his way up to being an actor, you know. So I'd say he had a pretty full life, but it really sucks to see it and like this, you know.
Well, my question for you, I guess, would be, okay, the obvious. What's your favorite Soldier moment, like, of all time?
Probably Meet the Soldier, where he's talking about how Sun Tzu perfected the art of combat because he invented
yes. Yes, that's a great moment. Oh, that's so good. I know everyone's gonna say this, but personally, I was enamored with his performance in Expiration Date. I mean, with the bucket and like the fucking like everything he did in Expiration Date was so good. I think that was really a time where Soldier as a character was a little more fleshed out for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because before then, you know, it was iffy. Another thing about Soldier, too, that always like got me was the fact that Soldier and Marasmus were college roommates. I don't know if everyone knows about this, but
that's honestly, I think Rick May was probably the perfect guy to voice the Soldier, you know, because like the Soldier is kind of like this character who's like dumb but not stupid, you know.
Yeah, precisely.
So I think Rick May was a great choice for just because I mean I don't think the Soldier would be as iconic and well liked if Rick May wasn't voicing him, you know. And I also think the TF2 writers did a great job kind of developing the character, you know. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just in the way he voices it, you know, the inflections, the rise in tones, the like, just the way he speaks, you know, is really special. It's unlike any other character that I've ever heard personally, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else is there to say? I mean, it's definitely talking about this definitely inspires me to play some Soldier. If I'm gonna be honest. Oh, that's another thing. Everyone can probably hear it, but I don't say Soldier right. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm terrible.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Is it bothering you?
Yeah. No, not really. But I think probably it'd be appropriate to give our condolences to Soldier's, the voice actor Rick May's wife Diane.
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh,
he's probably
yes.
going through a lot. So,
oh my gosh, she outlived him. That's so sad. That's so sad.
Yeah.
It's even it's very sad when like the spouse outlives, you know. But it's even sadder, I think, when the parent outlives their kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, that's sad. But yeah, our condolences go out to Diane and
Diane.
then Rick May's entire family.
It sucks, you know. But
Yeah. Rest
So-
in peace.
remember, boys, if you live with someone who's older, or you're in contact with your grandparents or parents if they're that old, just be careful, you know.
I mean, even if you don't, be careful, you know? You never know who you can
Yeah.
affect. It's like not a butterfly, it's like a ripple effect, you know? If you meet with one person and, you know, they meet with like 2 others, then you could end up meeting or like affecting like hundreds of people in a day.
Yeah, that's what's really scary about Corona, is that you don't immediately know that you have it. 'Cause with the flu, it's like you get it and then a day later you're sick, right?
Yeah.
With Corona, it's like you get it and there's anywhere from 4 days to 2 weeks
Yep.
before you actually feel
Like
sick.
a 13-day average incubation period, which I think is just preposterous.
Yeah, no, it's also I know this isn't really related to TF2, but NBA basketball player Karl Anthony Towns, his mom also died of Corona today,
Oh my
or
god.
yesterday.
Oh my god.
So it's not a joke anymore, you know. It's really something we should be taking very seriously.
And you know, I don't
Yeah.
think it was ever a joke. It's just like
Yeah, no, but now it's people
it's
just
it's
aren't taking it
real
seriously.
now. It's real now. That's the thing, you know. I mean, I had a colleague at work today who was a proud anti-corona person. Like he did not believe in corona or anything. He actually posted all over his social media today about how, oh well, this is no longer a game for me. Like, you know, I have my aunt and uncle have it, and like my best friends from childhood have it. Please take care of yourself, you know. And this guy was going on people's Facebook posts and basically saying like, corona, like that's stupid, like you're dumb for quarantining and stuff like that. And now he
Is that a
completely
teacher?
yeah,
Really
it's a teacher.
Oh no.
Isn't that horrible? It's just terrible.
That's
Because
awful.
and it's even worse because he's a teacher, because he affects so many like young people's lives. Like imagine all his students that had him on Facebook, that saw him post that stuff and have decided, you know what, it's cool. Like this person, my teacher's not doing it, so I shouldn't do it. You know, like that's messed up. If you have influence over people like that, I think you should be responsible and like treat these situations seriously. You know. But I mean, that's one example. Anyway, about time for us to move on to another segment. Would you mind playing the Rocket Jump Waltz for us in honor of our fallen comrade here, our fallen friend, Soldier?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overtime.
Yep. So there you go. That Rocket Jump Waltz probably one of the most remixed songs in the TF2 soundtrack. Also widely considered as the TF2 quote-unquote theme for a lot of people. And it's the Soldier's theme. So, nice and short, to the point. Anyway, our next topic of conversation here is Creators.tf. This is actually a topic that Cayorne himself picked. So Cayorne, why don't you lead us on that?
Yeah, so, I think our topics are kind of like a few days late, honestly. But this Creators.tf came out of nowhere with a new servers that attempt to emulate the old experience of what you would get from a pub before meet your match.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, we've been playing on them.
Oh my God! Wait, are you serious? That's what that was?
Yeah, that's what Creators is trying to do. They're trying to
my
recreate
God! Okay, I'm sorry.
TF2
This is
before
news to
meeting-
me. This is seriously okay. I know I sound like an idiot, but I swear to you, I did not know that was what their goal was. Anyway, please continue. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, during the whole lagbot crisis, they were probably the best place to go to play TF2, you know? And the servers are fun. I think an issue with them, though, is that, a lot of the people that play there are, like, really, like, kinda, I hate saying try hard, because there's nothing wrong with, like, trying to win in a video game, but it's like, oh my God. There's, a lot of people trying real hard on that server, you know? There's also a lot of competitive players there from, like, really high up divisions, so I think that's also kind of contributes to, the server a little bit in terms of, making it seem like everyone's trying their dick and balls off, but in reality, it's probably might just be overreacting, but I'm, more interested to hear what did you think of Creators.tf?
I agree with the people trying hard, but I think that's a problem that you're going to get no matter what community server you have, because look, when there's actually a new player playing Team Fortress 2, where's the first place they're going to look to play?
The Play Now section at the very top.
The Play Now section and Valve servers. I mean, that's the first thing you go to. You don't go and you look for, like, as a new player, unless you have friends that are traders, you're not going to go get on a trade server. Unless you have friends that are community server players, you're not going to go get on a community server. As a new player, what you're going to do is you're just going to queue up for casual, or you're going to click Play Now, like right out of the menu, right? So that's the thing. Inherently, just because of the nature of community servers and how they're built and what they're all about, you're gonna get players that are a little more experienced, right? And so that's the first problem. And okay, second problem. Now you could argue that, oh well, anyone can just go on the like server menu and like find a Creators.tf server and join in, right? Okay, well whatever. Maybe new players are joining. The second problem with community servers is that they're community based and vote based and stuff, and whenever something's like by popular demand like that, for example, the players that want to play pubs that are more like old style pubs and less like casual is right now, those players were around when pubs were a thing, and that means that these players have been playing TF2 for like several years. I mean,
at least since 2015.
At least since 2015. That's 5 years ago now. Holy crap, that's 5 years ago now. But my point being is, when community servers try to emulate that kind of feeling again, right? Of I'm gonna requeue since the server's ending. But when community servers try to emulate, also, did we win a map?
We did.
What did we win? We won.
Oh my God!
Summit.
It actually works. You can do next map vote.
Wait, what?
Okay. I'll talk to you about it in our next segment.
Yeah, our next segment. Well, anyway, what I was trying to say is, whenever it's a voting mechanism or a community feedback mechanism, it's always, in my opinion, going to end up being the most generic thing possible. And by that I mean that everyone basically revolves around a positive feedback loop in communities like TF2. Like, if, for example, if I'm making a hat, okay, and I design the hat and I make it really unique and really crazy, there's gonna be a million people complaining about a million things about my hat, right? And therefore, because there's so many complaints, people aren't going to want the hat. Everyone's going to be like, oh, it's undesirable, people don't want the hat, whatever, right? But the thing that people don't realize is that's just a negative feedback loop, because as many people as are complaining about the hat, right, there's also other aspects of the hat that those same people like. Like, if someone's complaining about, let's say, like the brim of the hat I'm designing, right, then what I don't hear is how much they like the centerpiece of the hat and all the things coming off the sides of the hat and the logo on the hat, right? So like, but all I hear from them is the feedback about the negative stuff on my hat. Well, it's the same in TF2. Like, people complain about, okay, so for these pubs, for example, Cayorne, let's just do this as a hypothetical. So, like, let's say that you were gonna complain to me about Caswal. Okay, go ahead and give me a complaint.
I don't like sitting in queue, and I don't like how the round ends and the map changes every.
Okay, so you don't like sitting in queue, and you don't like how the round ends, and we sit here, right? And so those are all your complaints, right? So those are all things that you obviously don't like about the casual system. But is there anything that you like about the casual system?
Well, the badge is pretty cool, you know?
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, that's honestly, it's actually kind of it, honestly.
Okay, but what about the gameplay, though? I mean, we're still playing TF2, right?
Yeah.
Like, I personally like that opposed to community servers, it feels like the players aren't trying too hard. It feels like they're just here to have fun, you know? That's what I like about it. I don't know if you would agree with that, but it feels like most of these players are just kind of, I mean, playing TF2.
Go Soldier. Everyone else is going Soldier.
Oh my god, yes, everyone is Soldier. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, look, this that's happening right now, like, what's happening right now on the cart probably wouldn't happen on a community server as easily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think there's this, like, a certain kind of person that plays on Valve servers, you know, and it's always been like this, where the people who don't care about playing, you know, because a lot of people play on Valve servers because they don't have ads, you know, and the gameplay experience is going to be relatively smooth, you know, and there's no, like, stupid admins who are going to ban you because you hit 3 headshots in a row.
Exactly. Exactly my point. And see, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you were to just complain about the casual matchmaking system, I wouldn't hear all of those good things. And so when I'm trying to fix casual, I might be tempted to scrap all of what's good about casual and just make it, you know, cater to all your complaints. And I think that's the issue with community-based feedback. It's that oftentimes you don't hear the good enough, you know? You don't hear what's going right enough. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. And that's why I think Creators is like, you know, it kind of misses the mark a little bit. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I'd have to agree and also disagree, because I agree that I agree with what they're trying to do, right? And they do have it as closely resembling a pub as possible, but it's just the community just isn't there, you know? Because you can only really get the actual TF2 community in a Valve server, you know?
Yep.
No matter how hard you try. So, because community servers now are mostly just going to be like, because I think what happened with most people is that the casual players went on to, like, during the bot crisis, a lot of people went to trade servers. A lot of people just didn't play. Well, the competitive players went to creators, and that kind of turned off casual players from creators. So now that the Valve servers are back, there's no reason for them to go to creators anymore.
You know what? You know what I really don't like about Creators.tf though?
What?
The one thing that I really don't like, because I think it's fine, and I think there's some cool maps on there. Like, I like Kalinka, you know, stuff like that. But the thing that really ticks me off about Creators.tf is when the vote that you can enable all talk. I hate when that happens. I hate enabling alt talk. I don't know why. It's just one of my pet peeves. I hate servers with alt talk on them.
Okay, Adolf Hitler.
I'm sorry. I don't like alt talk. Is that bad? Do you like alt talk?
Personally, I really like servers with all talk, but what I don't like is all talk where it becomes like a shouting match, you know?
Yeah, but that's always what it is for at least the first 5 minutes.
I think, I don't know. I think what annoys me personally about creators is, mostly just like the fact that the map rotation is really shallow, you know? Like, you don't have Creators.tf payload servers, you don't have, like, it's really all you're playing is Badwater, Kalenka, Stand, or whatever the map is, the Koth map, Synthetic.
Oh yeah, Synthetic.
And then Dust Bowl, if there's enough, like, new players on the server. It's kind of like a never-ending circle of those few,
well,
maps.
every now and then they have played Vigil. I mean, you remember. Were you there for Pub Vigil?
No, I actually wasn't.
Oh,
but
it was disgusting.
I've seen it in the vote before.
It was disgusting, and it shouldn't be played as a pub. That map, okay, we're going to sidetrack a little bit here because we have a little bit of extra time to talk about creators, and I think we've pretty much exhausted it. That map, Vigil, can we talk a little bit about Vigil? Because
I would love to talk about
like,
Vigil.
okay, look, let's lay it out there. The map looks like shit. Like, is that just me?
It kind of does.
It feels like it was just kind of thrown together. Like, I love how it plays competitively, but it looks like dog shit. Like, it looks terrible.
I think it's the lack of skybox.
Is that it?
That's it, probably. Because there's just,
I don't know. It feels
infinite
empty.
void.
Does it feel empty to you?
Not really for competitive, but I would imagine for a pub it probably would.
Like, to me, Vigil feels really empty, and it's like, I don't know. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. What should we play next? Music-wise, you want to pick one?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay, I'll pick one. Play the Banana Boat song.
The Banana Boat
Yeah,
song?
Deo.
The what?
The Banana Boat. It's the one that goes, "Here I come and me one go home." Yep, that one. Go play that one. It's called the Banana Boat song. I'm pretty sure. All right, we'll be right back after we listen to Banana Boat once Cayorne plays it. There you go. Here it is.
Yankee Stadium.
It was played in Yankee Stadium. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, like in between innings at old Yankee Stadium, they would just be like, "Dale!" Then the whole
awesome.
crowd would go, "Dale!" Love baseball games.
Awesome. Well, let's listen.
Work all night, gonna drink a rum. Stack banana till the morning come. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. It's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch. He's a day. He's a day. He's a day. He's a day. A beautiful bunch. All right, banana. I secretly black tarantula. If 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Yeah,
Wonderful, beautiful, great music. All right, for those of you just tuning in, this is TFRadio. I'm Mr. New, and I'm here with Cayorne, and we're just talking about shit. So, next subject up here, we have Caswal World Tour, and
Yes.
I can talk a little bit about that since we're in the middle of it right now. Okay, so let me explain something to all these lovely viewers about how I play Team Fortress 2. And if you guys want to join in on the game, you can. More than likely, you can go ahead and try this out on your own. But Caswal World Tour, or Caswal World Tour, as I like to refer to it, started off when I was really bored and they instated the casual system. And well, okay, so if we look at the menu here, okay, and you click casual, it lets you select each individual map, and I thought that was such bullshit, because if you select the maps, and you're only queued into maps that other people are playing, then chances are you're only ever gonna play. Yeah, I'll kick this. Fuck that guy. Chances are you're only gonna play. You're only ever gonna play maps that everyone plays, right? And so my brilliant solution to that was to select all the maps, and then as I played them, I would eliminate them from the queue. And do you remember, Cayorne, how long it took me to get through all the maps with that system?
I don't know how long you were doing it beforehand, but for like the last 20 maps, it took us like 3-4 months.
Yeah, it took a long time because no one plays. Like, there's certain maps that just no one plays, right? So anyway, we finally did it, right? We quote unquote beat TF2 on easy mode, and so I instated a new Caswal World Tour, okay, and it's beating TF2 on hard mode now. And so the hard mode means, and we're doing that right now, hard mode means that I cannot remove a map from the queue unless what, Cayorne?
Unless we win.
Unless
and
we
let
win.
me tell you, it is the... I regret ever joining his party, because we'll be playing on Badwater, and then I'll be like, hey guys, let's join my party, and we'll all think absentmindedly, be like, yeah, it's new, we'll join his party. And then all of a sudden he re-queues, and we go from like upward to fucking Dust Bowl or something.
It's horrible. It's because it's only the maps no one likes.
Yeah, and the thing is, right? Sometimes, somebody will join them in the middle of a round on a terrible map, so we have to re-queue.
Yep.
And then if we leave before the round ends, it's considered a loss. If somebody gets auto-balanced, it's considered whoever, I think it's whatever team has more people from the party.
That's right.
Whatever team that's on, that's the team that counts. So if the other guy wins, then we lose. So we have to play it again. It is in a payload map. If we start on defense and they cap all the way, we lose. It's brutal. It is a brutal system. But you know, I guess if I want to become I guess if I want to maintain my status as RGL's top, I am hard stuck sniper man. You know, I guess is what I have to do.
A prestigious title for sure. At the moment, we only have 25 maps left. So, look, listen, everyone who's viewing or whoever will view this, if you want to help us with our quest here, do us a favor, get our queues to be shorter by queuing up for really shitty maps with us. So here are the maps that we have left, and here it is, okay? We have Egypt, Gravel Pit Gorge, Junction, Mercenary Park, Mountain Lab, and Steel left. Okay, in Capture the Flag we have Landfall. Control points we have Fastlane, Granary, Powerhouse, Sunshine, Well, Yukon. On King of the Hill, we have Brazil, Kong King, Lazarus, Nucleus, and Viaduct. On Payload, we have Enclosure, Gold Rush, and Snowy Coast. And on Payload Race, we have Banana Bay, Nightfall, and Pipeline. So if you would do us the kindness, viewers, of queuing up for maps that are like those, then maybe, just maybe, we'll someday be able to find all the maps in the queue and not have to wait for an hour and a half to get a game going. That would be really nice. Anything more to add about the World Tour there, Pat?
It is a life-changing experience, I will say that.
Is it life-changing for the better?
No, it has actually made my quality of life worse as a result.
Good.
But you know, at least I've played on maps that I normally wouldn't play on, so I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, right now, what are we playing? What map is this?
We're on Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. So
really
you personally
don't like
said multiple times now that this is your favorite map, right?
New? I absolutely I loathe this map.
Off the record, you love this map, but on the record, it's like your favorite, right?
No, I just hate it. It's terrible. If I had a choice between having my toenails ripped out of my feet one by one or playing 12 hours of Gold, call the fucking the foot doctor. I don't know what they're called.
It's not
call
a pediatrician because that's for kids. So I don't know what he's called.
Isn't it, dude? Oh,
or is it
God,
podiatrician?
I think it's. What's a foot doctor? Hang on, I gotta.
Yeah, look up foot doctor for us real quick.
Okay. Podiatrist.
Podiatrist.
Call the podiatrist, cause I need some new toenail implant.
Call the podiatrist. I need new toenail implants. You've heard it here first, people. We're gonna end our cast on that note. Want to play one more song for him?
That is a disgusting end.
It is a
way
disgusting
to end the pod.
Do you think they'll want one more song, or you think we're good on music?
Should we make it a really long one, just so that it's just like 10 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay with like some
progressive. You want something progressive?
Progressive rock. Let's listen to Roundabout by Yes.
Yeah, put on
just
some Roundabout.
8 minutes of the funny meme song.
But yeah, I mean, go for it, man. I don't mind. I don't care. We'll play some TF2. Listen to Yes. I'm gonna re-queue because this is a terrible game.
Ooh, the 2008 remastered version.
Ho ho! You guys are in for a treat here.
One mile over, we'll be there and we'll see you. much river that I'm laughing to. 24 before my love you see, I'll be there with you. Come out of the sky, they stand there. 24 before my love, I'll be there.
All right, and with that, we're signing off. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the return broadcast of TF Radio. Bye.